Hey, what's going on everyone, this is iReviews back with another iOS 18 video, and in today's video I will show you guys 18 tips and tricks that I believe every iPhone user running their iPhone on the new iOS 18 must know. And we're starting with the lock screen. So did you know that on iOS 18, when you go to set up one of the new iOS 18 wallpapers on your lock screen, what you can do is swipe like this and it will switch to the dynamic mode. So you swipe from the left to the right, you go into the dynamic mode, which means that now you have a dynamic wallpaper that will change its colors during the day. Now it won't happen just on the lock screen, it also applies to the home screen. And now on iOS 18, you can use your lock screen buttons to open any app that you need. So you go to your lock screen and go to customize, and when you go to customize your lock screen, you remove the old buttons, you tap here, you tap on open app, or if you don't see it here, just search for open app, you tap right there and it gives you a list of apps from where of course you can go ahead and just pick any app you want, and now you can go ahead and open that app directly from here. And not just that, you will also be able to actually run any shortcut directly from your lock screen. So tap on choose right there and you can just go ahead and pick any shortcut that you have, and you will be able to actually now run both of these directly from your lock screen. Moving on into the home screen, so we now have the new dark mode icons, which in my opinion look pretty cool, and of course we have the new way to tint the icons. But what's really cool is how you can tint the icons to make them match the wallpaper way better, and that way is by simply tapping this color picker right there. It removes everything on the screen and lets you pick one of the colors that you have on your wallpaper, and that way it will tint the icons with that color, making your device look much cleaner. You probably have heard that on iOS 18 you can now place the icons anywhere you want on the screen. Well, the same does apply to widgets as well. So if I have this widget, I want to move it in this page, but I want to bring it down here so I don't have to reach for that widget at the top, or maybe even just readjust it right here. I can now just place it anywhere I want on the screen of my device, and of course it will stay there. Moving on into the control center, of course one of the things that has been updated the most on iOS 18. Now what's really cool with control center is that now you can add toggles and you can actually do some tricks right here. So you know that with the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth toggles on the control center, you just disable them, you don't turn them off completely. But now what you can do is that you can actually head on to your shortcuts app and you can create here a new shortcut to actually turn off the Wi-Fi. So let's just search here for Wi-Fi. Then we have set Wi-Fi, and I can just tap right there to off, or I can go ahead and switch to toggle, which means that it will turn it on and off based on when you tap it. And then we can just go ahead, go to the control center, add a new toggle right here. So then we have the shortcut and we can choose the one we just created. So then we have set Wi-Fi, and then we have the shortcut right here. We can just go ahead and now turn off the Wi-Fi directly from the control center. So let's just make this bigger right here. There we have it. And now if I just want to completely turn off the Wi-Fi, just tap right there. Now on the control center, now we have multiple pages and you can swipe up and down here between different pages, but you can also quickly go to a page. So you will see those dots right there. All of them are different pages. So the dots indicate the pages. The one that's highlighted is the one where you're on currently, but I can tap here to go to the last one if I want to, or tap here to go to my favorites, or just tap on any of the basically the dots right here to quickly move between the control center pages. Now just like on the home screen, on your control center you will also be able to place the toggles, the widgets anywhere you want. And what's really cool is that you can actually place them at the bottom right here. So when I invoke the control center, I don't have to reach at the top for any of these toggles. I will have them right here at my finger. That makes your life way easier when trying to turn on something or turn off something from your control center. Moving on into the settings app, and we have a pretty cool new feature here called vocal shortcuts. Here's what you can do. head on under Accessibility Settings, scroll down here and find Vocal Shortcuts and enable it right here. You can add an action here, so you set up the vocal shortcuts. You can do any of your shortcuts that you have saved or any of the system actions right here. Once you have selected one of these, you can go ahead and set a phrase here that you will use to invoke that action. So here I have a couple set up here. So I have lock rotation and I also have flashlight. So what I can do here is just say one of those words and it will basically perform that action. Flashlight. And as you can see right there, it does turn on the flashlight on my device. It's actually pretty awesome. A pretty cool new feature has also been added to the Weather app. So when you go to your Weather app, you will have your location, but now you will have two locations. Of course, if you know how to enable this feature, head on under the apps section and go and find weather here. So once you find weather, you will find a new setting which says locations, home and work. So basically this will allow you to have both the location of your home and of your work on your Weather app. So you know, on iOS, you can now send scheduled messages. So let's say you want to send a message later, you schedule it, it's all good, but then you change your mind. You want to maybe change the time or even the date when that message will be sent. Well, that's actually very easy to change. You can see here I have a scheduled message, and just above it you will see it says send later, and it shows the time and the date when it will be sent. What we can do now is just have that little edit button right there, and you can go ahead and send the message right now if you want to. You can delete the message, basically cancel the message you want to send, or tap on edit time and it gives you the pop-up here from where you can change the time and the date. With iOS 18, now you can also use emojis on your Tapbacks. So when you tap back on a message, if you just swipe like this, you will see the recent emojis that you have used. Or you can just tap that little button right there, and it will take you to your emojis from where you can use any of your stickers or any of your emojis to just react or basically tap back on any message that you want. On iOS 18, if you want to convert currency, you no longer need a third-party app. Just head on to your calculator, and what you can do now is just tap here and then enable convert. Now what you can do now is just tap right there, and you will see right here we have all the different categories. Just choose currency and you will have here all the different currencies, which you can of course go ahead and change here and convert any of these as easy as that. On your iPhone, anytime that you had some music playing and you started recording a video, you know that it will basically stop the music from playing. But what you can do now with iOS 18 is that you can actually head on to your settings and then go under the camera settings, and from here what you can do is go to record sound and enable allow audio playback. This allows for the music or whatever is playing in the background on your iPhone to continue playing even while you're recording a video. When you go to your health app on iOS 18, you will have, of course, everything here, all the different metrics and everything here, the information that you have for your health and your activity. Now you can just tap the edit button, and now you can actually rearrange anything that you have here under the pinned section. So anything you want to see at the top or at the bottom, you can just move them around. With iOS 18, you can now identify music easier than ever. Of course, if you have an iPhone with an action button. So what you need to do is go under the action button settings and swipe here, and now you will find recognize music, and from now on you can just tap right here on the button to actually start recognizing music. Apple has done some adjustments to the Safari app on iOS 18. Some really cool new features have been added and some visual changes have been made, which I really prefer. Now with iOS 18 on Safari, you will have a new place to find the find on page feature. So if you tap right there, you will get this button right here. That's the button which allows to search anything you want within that website. And last but not least, we're on the Notes app. So here we have a couple of pretty cool new features for the Notes app. First of all, you want to see your recent notes while you're taking another note. You can just tap the three dots right there, and you will basically have right here a list of things, and there it is, recent notes. You tap right there and it shows you all the recent notes that you have on your device. Now another thing you will find right here is the ability to quickly switch between light and dark background for your notes. So there you have it. You can switch between a light and a dark background as easy as that. Of course, when you have your device on a different like appearance, maybe on the light or the dark mode, you want to have the other one only in the Notes app. You can now change that from there. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and of course subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you on the next one.